During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Welcome aboard, folks. Thursday edition, end of May. Revenge of the Sis. Joining you for two more shows. Mike Sheely, Royce Lopez. Inching closer to vacation time. I'm excited.
I am, definitely.
Now that I'm a crypto billionaire, I'm going to be just all over the place.
How much do you have in crypto right now?
$180 something dollars.
All right, it's getting
$185.18.
basically a billionaire.
I'm basically a billionaire. When Ripple fucking takes off, dude, I'm gonna be like cha-ching. Cha-ching. Boats and hoes. Jordan Belfort lifestyle. That's what I'm going for. Minus the prison and the hitting his wife while she's pregnant. All that kind of stuff. I'm not into that, but the others, the Quaaludes,
Yeah.
hanging out with Jonah Hill, fucking wrecking Ferraris. I'm in.
The movie, I see. I was like, why would you want to hang out with Jonah Hill in real life? He's terrible.
Jonah Hill now, yeah,
He's
is terrible.
Terrible Jonah. Fat Jonah Hill is the Jonah Hill you want to hang out with.
By the way, is anybody hearing about this fucking massive meltdown that Milo's having?
Milo's having a meltdown?
It's in private, though.
What do you mean?
He's got a Telegram, just like our friend the Dusty Bogan.
Okay, yeah.
He's in a little group, and according to journalist Will Sommer, basically Milo Yiannopoulos' Telegram account is almost entirely, one, complaining that no one will have him on their podcast, and two, insulting Dave Rubin. He's obsessed with Dave Rubin.
Why is he mad at Dave Rubin?
He's mad at Dave Rubin because Dave Rubin wouldn't have him on. He was talking about it during the Jordan Peterson thing.
Oh, really? Dave? Okay, look, I don't like Milo, but the same Dave Rubin wouldn't have him on. The same Dave Rubin that it's been crying that the media canceled his Peter Buttigieg, Peter Assfaggot.
Yeah.
That he
look.
That's all of them. No, Milo's terrible. Rubin.
I hate Dave Rubin
they're
too.
all
but
terrible.
I just wonder. This is Milo writing in his Telegram group. How to beat no platforming in 2 easy steps. One, when someone is banned from social media or dropped from a conference or show of stupid bullshit, everyone must immediately book them on every possible show and live stream and podcast, and then keep inviting them on in perpetuity forever.
Okay.
Number two, that's it. And then he goes on.
Go ahead, Terry.
The terminally talentless Down syndrome Dave is about to lose everything. He sees no connection between his impending disaster and how he threw the rest of us to the wolves. Good riddance. I agree. I agree thing, which that's the
Freedom Tunes.
Freedom Tunes.
That's not
Freedom
your
Tunes'
thing.
bit, not yours. And then Milo, Down syndrome Dave is headed for the chopping block. And then what Down syndrome Dave hasn't figured out, he's really trying to get that Down syndrome Dave.
Yeah, he's trying to get. He thinks he's
it's
Trump.
not a good nickname.
He thinks he's Trump. Yeah,
it is not Teddy. It's no Teddy Spaghetti.
No.
Which, by the way, is your publisher. That's your guy. What Down syndrome Dave hasn't figured out yet is that everyone fucking despises him and will drop him like a stone the first second they can. Peterson, despite my theological reservations about him, has talent, charisma, and intellect worth engaging in. Dave has nothing. When his social media accounts are taken away, he will never be heard from again. Goodness, won't that be sad?
So he is upset because Dave Rubin won't have him on his show. Is that correct? Is that what I'm? So he was upset because Dave Rubin, because he's begging and people won't have him on their show. Now, do you think? I like to use Reagan because when Republicans talk about, good Republican presidents, conservative presidents, you think of Ronald Reagan. So let's use Reagan. You think when Reagan was thinking of, like, we're going to have a conservative future, do you think he was thinking of two gay Republicans fighting on the internet? What happened to this party?
Is Rubin even a Republican or a
He is.
conservative now?
Nah, he's a conservative. That's what he is. It's the only people he has on his show. That's what he is. He's right-leaning. He absolutely is. He opens for Jordan Peterson.
I know, but it's like he's still a fucking...
No, he lies about it, but he is.
He's not. That's the thing. Everybody that goes like, oh, yeah, this guy's a conservative. No, he's not. He fucking sucks dicks. He literally sucks dick.
But that's my
I'm
point.
sorry. Yeah, we're not like I'm not even having the discussion of like Dave Rubin and Milo, are they the future of conservative? No, they're gay guys. They're flamboyantly gay guys who have no convictions. It's literally the complete opposite of conservatism. You can't have gay orgies with your black husband and fucking be like, but I'm conservative because I like to pay no taxes because I like to spend my money like a beep.
It really is very weird what this party has turned into, huh?
It's
the conservative party, the Republican Party, the
it's
country in
turned
general. But I mean, with the left, you kind of saw it coming more. You know what I mean? With I was saying, like, when we were kids, the people that were the nanny state, the people that were like, you Wu-Tang can't have an album out unless it has a parental advisory. It was the conservatives. It was, the Christians against blah blah blah. I wouldn't have thought so quickly it would have just turned into just another party filled with degenerates and dudes blowing each other in the streets. Like, with it's that's what happens when you lose the culture war. That really is.
Tolerance is just a fucking scam.
Yeah, I'll agreed 100%.
Thank you, Down syndrome Dave. It's not a good nickname.
It's really not. Fuck Milo, and it's in Dave Rubin to you pander. Dave Rubin. The only people that invite, like, Dave Rubin to speak on campuses are the young conservatives organizations. That's why I'm telling you he's conservative. And that's who he makes his money off of. Rubin makes his money off of conservatives. Centrists don't listen to Rubin. People on the left definitely don't listen to Rubin. He's gay and he's so conservative that Pete Buttigieg won't even go on his show.
Again, he's the Capadonna of the intellectual dark web. He's the God.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
he's useless.
Yeah, they'll let him out. They'll let him come out with a solo album, but they're not printing a bunch of CDs for it.
Right.
They're like, look, let's manage our expectations, you God. You're not Method Man.
But remember something. Dave Rubin started out working for the Young Turks. Like, this isn't a man that has been fighting this guy was a guy who was sucking Sank's dick, figuratively and maybe literally, I don't know, for a while right now. And basically all he is he's the dummy puppet for whenever the right wants to throw somebody and go, wow, this guy's so reasoned. People think because Dave Rubin doesn't have any convictions or any opinions, and his opinions change depending on who's there, people think that he's he's such a good interviewer, man. No, he just lets them talk. Like, he's not giving you any new information.
No, Dave Rubin is a fucking fraud. But at the same time, Milo, all he does is whine.
Oh, yeah.
Milo is the most entitled person I've ever seen in media. Like, he just thinks he's owed it.
Yeah, he does, because he's gay and conservative, apparently.
And because he's been kicked, because I've been kicked off Twitter, you owe me a podcast appearance. And that's the thing, like, Milo's not a guy, historically, who has done anything but look out for himself from day one. Milo has never put anybody on. Milo has never tried to elevate anybody but Milo. And now Milo's mad that nobody wants to help Milo. Milo, you didn't make any fucking friends, dude. You very deliberately went out of your way to not make any friends.
Yeah.
So you can't be mad when people don't rally behind you. That's just not how it works.
Dan Barnes, you guys are just against the battle of ideas. It's very funny.
That's what it is.
That's Ruben's catchphrase, the battle of ideas.
What battle?
I don't know, but that's his catchphrase.
There's
no. The thing is, Ruben, to have a battle of ideas, you must have some sort of ideas yourself. If not, it's just one person giving their idea.
I agree with you.
Exactly. It's it's not a battle of ideas. Ken of the North, $5. Every time I listen to Pastor Royce, I want to get on my knees and start praising Jesus. 12-pack, just give us $40. Didn't say anything. Thank you, 12-pack. Monkey D, thanks for the lactose of lunatics. Yesterday's bear milk was epic. All right. Why don't we...
No.
Cool. This is a black Dominican cab driver. Now...
You could have just said a Dominican.
Yeah.
I would have gathered that he was both black and a cab driver.
Well, this is in New York City. Why do you think he's in trouble? Like, he got in trouble. Why do you think? I want to see if you could guess and see how close you are. You can even look at the title of the video: "Base Black Guy versus Jewish Reporter." What do you think he did that got him in trouble?
I'm gonna say he kicked some smelly Hasidic people out of his car because they were even smellier than a Haitian.
No. Okay. You get two more guesses.
I just being too based in general, I would think.
You're close. You're getting closer.
Haitians.
One last one. You're getting closer.
Said something positive about Hitler.
He was wearing a Nazi armband while he was driving his cab.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
Why would you do that?
He was. Oh,
why would you?
Crazy.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this video.
Why would you drive an Uber dressed like George Lincoln?
Not an
Rockwell?
Uber. A New York City taxi.
Holy shit!
Not an Uber. Not an Uber.
Okay, I love this guy.
Okay. So he's.
I love how many people too are getting told like, go to America. It's the freest place in the world, and they're coming here now and getting arrested for wearing Nazi armbands.
So he wore a Nazi armband. Now look. Obviously, I do believe that if you're working for the New York City taxi company, they could tell you not to wear that, and you shouldn't because it's your job, right? But apparently, the guy goes, "Look, I got suspended for 30 days. I'm not going to wear it anymore." Now, everybody in this video is hateable. The Jewish reporter and the Nazi armband Dominican black guy. At the end, we have to decide who's worse. Here we go.
All right. So, you said, what do you think about wearing that? You know, did you mean to offend anybody?
I didn't mean to offend anybody. I'm just expressing my First Amendment and freedom of expression. You know, if other people have the right to wear what they want to wear, then why not a National Socialist?
Well, you know what that means.
Jesus Christ! You know what's funny though? He's not
wrong.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, agreed. Look, there's two different. I agree that you shouldn't be allowed if your job tells you. You know, like if you work.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want this, look, this is between him and the taxi commission
right,
now, and if
exactly.
he gets fired,
but this gets,
that shit is
well,
on
no,
him.
they've already punished him.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean,
30-day suspension.
That's gonna happen. Sometime.
Yeah, which is fine. But he's already said I won't wear that again. But I'm just gonna wear it in the house. It's me. But wait, this reporter goes beyond that.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
He kvetches as
now,
they do.
but
they
kvetch. This is my favorite though. These things are my favorite because it's not a white guy. If it was a white guy, you white nationalist, blah blah blah.
Oh,
blah,
he'd
blah.
already be ruined.
But
his life would
because
already
it's not
be
a white black guy, this is going to be some bobbing and weaving. It's very funny. Watch.
Right?
I know what it means. It is a symbol of National Socialism. The media portrays it as hate, but not to us. Not to us.
Who is us?
The media.
Who is us? So you say us.
The media.
No. You're. I mean, are you?
Us. Believers of the ideology, National Socialism. We don't call it Nazi. That's what you guys call it, Nazi. We call it National Socialism.
This guy. You know, this guy's got to be autistic or something, right? Because nobody in 2019 is going on national television and being like, "It's National Socialist. It's not Nazis." Like you guys are.
You're supposed to type that on their anonymous IP address.
Yeah, you forgot to. You can't. There's no VPN for a face interview on the news.
Sure is. Fucking clan robes.
That's true.
But you know what happened under National Socialism, right?
I know what happened, but
I know that, like, for instance, you know, usury was outlawed. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know, for instance, that like they had wooden doors. But even though,
why are you joking?
And like for real, like, why would you build a Ferris wheel for a bunch of people you were going to kill? It's like weird to me.
I know you're joking. I know you're joking.
Is he really gonna? No, is he?
That is another subject. That is another subject. I just believe that we've been told lies about Hitler our whole life. But I don't want to talk about.
You're talking to CBS, sir.
Yes, he is talking to CBS.
You understand? You might as well be a DJ at a bar mitzvah right now and going, no, but what I'm saying is the tenets of National Socialism are actually, where are you going? Where are you going?
Netluck says he's not a wignat, he's a nignat.
But it's like, imagine being like a Hollywood premiere and you're backstage with all these producers and you're going, no, I'm just saying we have been told lies about the Holocaust. Sir, could I just get another drink, please? Like, it's just a bartender.
Somebody says this is HN IRL.
I would love it. Honestly, it would only be better as if it turned out this guy was just trolling people.
This is funny.
You're a god.
Dan Barnes goes, it's the black Jesse Lee Peters.
That's pretty funny, actually. That's amazing.
I just believe that we've been told lies about Hitler our whole life. But I don't want to talk about what allegedly had happened over there.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, he did.
You didn't do the quote mark. You did the quotation
and
fingers.
He said allegedly.
He did the quotation fingers on CBS News about the Holocaust. This madman.
Oh, fuck.
This guy is a fucking. Oh, this guy is a gem.
You're saying it didn't happen.
Well, I have no comment on that. I have no comment on that at this point.
Do you have the band with you?
I do not have the armband with me.
Do you wear it normally?
Once in a while, I wear it. I mostly wear it.
By the way, look at this. Look at the scummy reporter. He wants him to have the armband so he can hold it up and get a nice
Can
screenshot.
you hold the armband up for everyone? I'd like to get a nice incendiary picture that we can put on our newspapers.
Exactly.
What I was hoping to do was sort of get everybody to kvetch as bad as I'm kvetching right now. And it's very hard when you show a picture of a blue-collar Haitian cab driver. You see, most white people will just go, well, what's the problem? He's just a cab driver. Leave him alone. But if I could get you to hold up some sort of blood flag or maybe some sort of a Roman salute for me, sir, could you goose step around your studio apartment for me, sir, so I can show everybody what an oppressor you are as a fucking cab driver person of color in the Bronx?
The armband with me.
Do you wear it normally?
Hold on, sorry. There you go.
Once in a while, I wear it. I mostly wear it inside of my house.
Why?
Because I'm a National Socialist.
What does that mean?
You know what, though? I commend this guy's balls.
Yeah.
Because most people are just used to caving in the face of somebody
And he's
kvetching.
not.
Oh, what do you mean by that? I mean that I believe in the tenets of National Socialism, and I believe that one culture, putting your people first. But what do you mean by that? Well, I think I've been pretty clear about what I mean by that.
In the natural order of things.
The natural order.
The natural order. We believe in reason and nature. We believe in survival of the fittest. We believe in all that other stuff.
You know, real National Socialists wouldn't have cared for you at all.
I don't understand that question. I don't know what you mean by that.
You mean? I mean, they believed in Aryan supremacy. They believed in they exterminated people they didn't like.
Well, they believe in their race. You see, national stuff doesn't teach you to have hatred of other. It teaches you to have a love for your race, not against other. Whoever said you have to be white to be a national socialist, you don't have to be white. It could be anybody.
Jovi Val, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty much.
6 million Jews were killed.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Some say even more, depending on who you ask.
Like clockwork.
And depending on how Jewish they are.
Have to be white. It could be anybody.
6 million Jews were killed.
I have no comment on that right now.
I have no comment on that other than to say 400,000 tops. But the point is, oh yeah, let me ask you something, Mr. CBS man. If they killed 6 million Jews, how come all the fucking tattoos were only 6 digits? Huh? You should just start trying to do all the turning it around on them. It's weird they just ran out of numbers and said, well, stop tattooing them, I guess. I guess what it is they got up to 900,999.
And it reset.
And they were like, we'll just start killing them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to... I'm not tattooing 7 numbers on people, dude. That sounds like a whole thing. Let's just kill them and dump them in a mass grave.
That's way better, yeah.
I have no comment. I do not want to comment on that. That is another subject. That's another subject. I do not want to comment.
You were wearing that on your forearm so people would see it, didn't you?
I do. I did.
And you know what it means to most people.
Yeah, to them it means
No. Not to. Let's be fair to most people. To most people, thanks to the constant barrage of fucking movies and TV shows and propaganda and all this other shit, you guys made it the most evil thing in the world. There's no group in history that's more fucking reviled in culture than the Nazis, because you guys made 1 million movies about it. You didn't make 1 million movies about people getting starved in the Ukraine. You didn't make 1 million movies about the Great Leap Forward. You didn't make 1 million movies about fucking Viet Cong's murdering fucking civilians, because it's not because it's
China?
not about you. Because it's not about you. Because you're not the victims. Because we're not gonna shed a bunch of tears watching a bunch of Chinamen starve to death. So you got to don't fucking give me don't create the argument and then go, well, people are saying the thing I started. That's not, are you fucking kidding me, dude? This shit is
But I have a First Amendment. I have a right, so I get to, I should be able to wear whatever I want to wear, no matter how offensive it is.
But you're not doing it in the cab anymore, are you?
I'm not doing it in the cab anymore. I told them.
That's a really good point. Like, if you're somebody that were to just out and out, and I'm going hardcore. Let's say you're somebody who out and out denies the Holocaust, right? You wouldn't be monetized on YouTube. Let's say you wouldn't be on YouTube. You wouldn't have a platform. Nobody would do that. But I always like to use Senk as a perfect example. The guy literally denied an Armenian genocide that happened. He gets money. Not only money from YouTube, he gets money from other donors. I think some come from Soros. The Young Turks get money directly funneled into them. So it's not a matter of you can't deny a bunch of people were killed. It's a matter of just these people. Just these. Now, everybody else, it doesn't matter. Everybody else is... Because,
this is what's making normies not like you guys. I'm sorry, but if you want to face the facts and you want to fix the problem, you're doing what you do historically all the time, because you guys can't help yourselves. Mm-hmm. And what you're doing is slowly making normies hate you. I have many normie friends that are not alt-right, that are not right-wing. They're not even really into politics. Mm-hmm. But they're getting real sick of your shit. I'm just saying, there are many people who are just complete normies, completely disconnected from the alt-right, Charlottesville, all that shit. They have no idea about it. That I see them starting to go, these Jews sure do bitch a lot. You know what I mean? For a bunch of rich folks, they sure do complain a lot. And I mean, again, I'm seeing dumbass normie friends that watch Adult Swim and don't really have any point of reference that are like, yeah, I'm getting real sick of this shit. So do what you want to do. Keep harassing sending news teams to harass cab drivers. You're doing God's work. 109 and the moon. You know what I mean? Like, even the moon didn't want them.
No, but
their little gold spaceship. Get out of here.
But you know, imagine if you had a show actually just called The Nazi Show, and that was a show on YouTube that made money. You had The Nazi Show, and that's it. But you know, I always use the Young Turks because the actual people who killed the Armenians were called the Young Turks. They took the name of the group that did it and made a show out of it, and it's fine, and it's funded. It's funded by a lot of Jewish people fund the Young Turks, and it's kind of weird to me how there in the history of if you watch a lot of history stuff, and I like a lot of history stuff, you know, it's a pretty good podcast. It's Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. It's really good, actually. He goes really in depth. People have been slaughtered regularly for a long time. This isn't something that just started happening in the 30s and 40s. You know what I mean? We ignore it because it wasn't a group of people that.
Here, can I do a Johnny Carson?
Sure.
Bit? Okay. Make sure nobody can.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so
oh no, here we go.
Yeah. Cremating 6 million bodies in 1 year. Killing able-bodied adults that you could rather have work for you and produce products. Murdering people who you made a swim team and a soccer team for. Let me open this up there, and it's things that probably didn't happen. Coming up next, we have Alan Arkin on the show. It's gonna be great. Look, you guys, like, it's not even like it's not even like the argument of like, this didn't happen or it did it, whatever. This comes down to, right? Do you understand that if you're dating a woman and early on in your relationship, you made a mistake with her, you did something, you know, not beat her or anything, but you fucked up on her, you know, whatever. Maybe you cheated on her, but like very early on when you were still just kind of going on dates. Now, imagine if that chick, fucking 40 years later into your marriage, is still bringing that shit up every chance they get, right? Imagine your chick has like an old screen cap of you from like 6 years ago, and they show it to you every time they're mad at you about something. Eventually, you grow tired of that person, right?
Yeah.
Like any person in your life that's like, oh, like if Royce is like, if we go to McDonald's right now, and then Royce is like, hey, you got cash? I ain't bring my fucking wallet. Can you spot me? And I go, sure, I'll spot you. You're going to pay me back, unlike that time 3 years ago for the McDonald's? And he'd be like, what? Are you really harping on that? Here, take 40. Get away from me. Yeah. Like, there's a disgust with people where you go, you're really fucking upset about that? I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to give you $100 today. Don't ever fucking bring it up again. But then it's like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what they're always... But what about our Holocaust? And you're like, what about the fucking almost 1 billion people that died between 1930 and 1950? A lot of niggas got murked, okay? Like, it's unbelievable to me. Blacks aren't this insufferable with slavery. And slavery was a terrible thing. It was. And blacks bitch about it, and they always want reparate, whatever. But I know many, many, many black people, and I have known many black people my whole life who don't bitch about slavery all the time. They don't bring it up all the time. Fuck, man. And then they wonder why anybody, like, yeah, you're sending a CBS News team to harass a cab driver for wearing a stupid thing. And yes, it's stupid. I'm sorry. If you're wearing a Nazi armband in a cab as a cab driver, you're an idiot. You're begging for getting yourself negative attention. But then they send a news crew. And what this guy should have done was went, and also personally, like, I only wear the Nazi armbands on Saturdays, so really whoever ratted me out is a terrible Jew. So you should really go after that guy. He should only wear his Nazi armband in his cab on Saturdays, and then they won't see it.
And somebody said, "You're a fat liar. There's no proof that Senk denied the Holocaust."
He denied the Armenian genocide.
Yes, Armenian genocide.
You fucking person who doesn't pay attention.
No, but I got it. It's not he wrote it for the Daily Pennsylvanian. The title of the article is called "Historical Fact or Falsehood." Look it up, faggot. He did. And when pushed on it, he pushes out Anna, I got a nose job because I was bullied into a Kasparian out to go, well, I think we're not asking you. Sorry, we should finish this guy because he's actually worth playing.
Sure.
That I apologize, that I surrender my license to be suspended, and then I'm only suspended for 30 days.
Are you suggesting Hitler was right, or that the Holocaust didn't happen?
I have no comment on that.
He's not stupid.
I have no comment on that.
He's not falling for it.
No comment. Like I said, that is another subject.
And yes, I know Anna Kasparian's an Armenian. Why do you think he hired her?
And I have to go in depth on that. I am not going to talk about that right now.
It sounds like you're a Nazi.
I am. I'm a National Socialist. What you guys call a Nazi. I am. I'm a believer of it.
This motherfucker is not playing around,
He's
man.
not.
Oh, this guy's nuts. I love it.
A lot of people are going to be really upset by that. I mean, we fought a war over that.
Yeah, you know.
No, well, first of all, Morty Goldstein at CBS News, you didn't fight a war for shit.
Yeah.
So don't this we shit, okay? This we shit. Most of you people that are here now are fucking refugees from that war. You came here after World War II, okay? Morty or Murray or whatever the fuck your name is. So take this we shit out of your fucking mouth. You were saved by this country that your people now seem to loathe more than anything. We came and saved you from these camps, and you have done nothing but show disdain and fucking hatred for the very people who saved you to begin with. So fuck you, fuck CBS News, and fuck anybody who's still whining about a 70-year-old genocide. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. 6 million dead. It literally doesn't even rank in the top 10 genocides of that war.
A lot of people upset because homosexuals run around freely with their gay flag and their speedos and dancing like this and saying that I'm proud to be gay.
Hey, Mike.
I like this.
You think we need a third mic on the show? I think
this.
we have a job opening.
I like this guy though.
Why can I say that I'm proud to be a Nazi? What you guys call it?
You knew it was a port.
You saw him not know what to say because they're not used to people standing their ground.
Choice,
and it's
right?
You know what it is, man? And that's the thing. You need to stand your ground. These people don't fucking react well to that, okay? They fucking... The guilty kind of Jewish people that do this, they are used to railroading over people and people going, all right, fine, whatever. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Tell them to shut up. Tell them nobody cares. Next time they go, did you know what they were doing? And nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Because they got nothing and they will back down. They'll go, what? It's like a bully. It's like a bully that comes up to you and goes, give me your fucking lunch money, you little faggot. And one day you don't even have to punch them. Sometimes you just smack them in the mouth and they go,
Yep.
and then you know what happens? They still take people's lunch money, but they skip right over you every day. Every day they move on to the next one and go, give me your money, you fucking... what's up? Give me your money, you fucking faggot. You know what I mean? Like, it is unbelievable how they're trying to bully this man, and he's just like, I don't care. I don't like this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't capitulate. Just tell him I don't care. Your genocide is not even a top-ranked genocide of 1930s and 40s. It's not even top-ranked. Like, there were fucking millions upon millions of people that they just didn't feed.
Yeah.
Like in Russia, they were like, we don't have food for them. And they're Ukrainian anyway, so fuck them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't... Dude, fuck that noise. Don't take this shit.
You knew it was a poor choice, right?
A poor choice for what?
To wear a Nazi armband in a New York City cab.
Well, maybe for you guys, but, you know, if they want to suspend me for wearing Nazi armband, why don't they suspend a mother for wearing a turban? Why don't they suspend a Muslim woman driving a cab while wearing a burqa? They should suspend them if they want to suspend me.
At the very least, it's a poor business decision.
Yeah, because I'm not supposed to be mixed business with pleasure. But like I said,
and wearing an armband of a Nazi symbol gives me a lot of pleasure.
Exactly.
Sir. I came here to pick up fares and wear Nazi armbands, and I'm all out of fares.
Supposed to make business with pleasure, then a Muslim not supposed to wear his turban while driving.
That's a religious thing.
Okay, well, let's talk about a religious thing. You guys a religion or your nationality?
Both.
Oh, they get to be both?
They're both.
Who else gets to be both?
They're both. And anybody that gives me they're not a fucking nationality shit, I'll split your shit. I will. I'm tired of even having that argument. Oh, actually, they're a religion? Oh, really? Why are atheist Jews destroying this country? Why? Why do they exist? How can they exist? How can you be an atheist Jew? So stop it.
Well, if it's a religious statement, then it's a political ideology. I'm entitled to it.
What do you believe in? Do you not believe in democracy?
Well, I do. I don't think America is a democracy. It's a republic, but national.
This guy knows more about our Constitution than this fucking kvetching media
funny,
guy.
Right?
Those don't believe in democracy. We don't know. They believe in a natural, natural order, natural hierarchical order.
A natural order.
A natural order, hierarchy. With the government servicing the people, letting them to live amongst their own kind.
And where do you think you're going to fall in that natural order? Where do you think you're gonna be? You're gonna be in the top or the bottom?
Well, I really don't know.
I'll be like the Nazis that fought in the North African campaign. I'll be like those guys, bro.
Anyway,
by the way,
he's from South America, so all the Nazis went there to seek shelter anyway. Remember
way,
that?
And by the way, those North Africans that fought for the Nazis had a pretty sweet little free ride there for a bit. I mean, until they got slaughtered.
Of course.
But they went from fucking drawn in the ground with sticks to uniforms and food, tanks. They were like, what is this shit? This is dope. And they were happy to go yeah, let's get rid of all these degenerates around here. You think they were, by the way, you think that the Nazis were removing Jews in North Africa? You think there were a ton of Jewish people in North Africa? No. They were laying down the fucking law up there.
I had to make that decision on my own. But this has, I wear it because I just simply believe in it. We've been told lies about Hitler. We've been told lies about National Socialism. We've been told lies about everything. We're not.
Man. This guy's nuts.
You're an admirer of Hitler?
I have no comment on that.
He was gonna say you could say that, and he
But
stopped.
then he says, I have no comment on that.
I love that.
I have no comment on that.
You know what it is, man? I don't look. I'm not gonna even sit here and pretend that I am a National Socialist. I'm not gonna say that I'm into the Nazi shit. But I like this guy.
Yeah, no.
There's something about this guy that I just like him because he's like, fuck you. I'll stand on my front lawn and tell you what's
I think
up.
a lot of National Socialists are fucking spurgs and they're annoying and 14-8-8-ing. I don't agree with probably 99% of what the guy's saying. But what I agree with
is his
attitude
of I'm
exactly.
not gonna, what are you going to bully me? Fuck out of here.
I agree with his attitude.
What are you going to take my dope cab driving job away from me? Fuck you.
No, but that's my point. I agree with the moral stance of you should be allowed to wear what you want, even if I don't like it. I like his stance. I like his, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Tony Martin in the chat's calling him Enrique Eichmann.
There it is, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Jose Goebbels.
Knowing what that means
Herman Goering. That's a very obscure Spanish name. A lot of people don't use Herman.
the way you were wearing it in the cab, were you trying to warn off people that you don't want in the cab?
No. Hey, it's a bonus because Herman is actually spelled German. So it's actually perfect.
I wasn't trying to warn people. The passengers inside didn't know that I was wearing a Nazi armband.
But people on the outside that were going to hail you, you know how
Heil you, actually.
People react to that symbol, what it means to them. So
I understand. This is why when a passenger hailed the cab, I didn't show it to them.
Are you sorry?
Das heißt boom boom. It just starts singing. I'll be like, all right, I like this guy.
Well, it pains me that I had to apologize. It pains me.
That's not much of an apology, pal.
I mean,
pal.
Hey, listen here, pal. You know what it is too? these media types they're always so tough with the camera crew and a mic.
Of course,
in your face.
yeah.
They're always so tough with a blue check mark and a harassment, brigade behind them. And they'd say things like, "Pal, you have really good biology, pal." But if you were alone in a room with that guy, he'd be going, "Oh my God, please don't touch me. Take my wallet. I'm sorry."
I don't want to apologize, but I have to apologize. But if I had to apologize, then a homosexual should apologize for being homosexual, for being open and gay. And he should apologize for stop being a homosexual. And tell a Muslim to apologize for trying to say the death to America and praise Allah and respect our Christian heritage.
Would you be interested in talking to the Anti-Defamation League about what?
Oh,
there
boy,
it is.
There it is. More bullying.
There it is.
How about we send the Anti-Defamation League over here and they'll keep kvetching?
This is what's happening. He's throwing everything at him.
That's what
and
they do.
This guy's matrix moving
This is
away.
what they do.
If you don't, what's the ADL gonna do to a black Dominican guy? Like
A guy who, by the way, is a New York City cab driver. This dude's life is not fucking... He's not setting the world on fire right now. You know what I mean?
You might be misguided on this.
I am not interested in talking to those guys. I am not interested. I don't really support them. Not that I hate them. I just don't support them. I don't
support who?
The ADL. I don't support the Anti-Defamation League. I don't hate them. It's just I just want them to be on their side. I have no interest in talking to them.
You don't believe the Jews are?
Oh, again with this. Oh,
Here
God.
it
You don't
comes.
believe that we're the biggest victims in the history of the world? Do you not believe that, sir? Because we will have so many of our banks cut you out. We will have the media harass you in your homes. We'll have you thrown out. We'll dox you to your neighbors, and we'll get you fired from your job to prove to you what victims we are. Because we're such victims. Right? You get my point? It's like the fucking unmitigated gall. I'm going to use my global, worldwide connections to destroy you if you do not acknowledge that I am a victim.
Yep. It's
what?
It's every weapon they use. They're trying to use every weapon against but look, at the end of the day, this guy should be allowed to wear what the fuck he wants and be, as long as he's not killing anybody, who cares?
Could you imagine, right, if in Star Wars, if Emperor Palpatine was just complaining in every scene he was in about how he's a victim? I'm the one who got force lightning. Look at me. I look terrible. I'm the victim here, clearly. So I need you to go blow up all Duran and kill all of those people because they're being mean to me and hurting my feelings. I'm a victim. Blow up an entire planet of people.
On their side. I have no interest in talking to them.
You don't believe the Jews are targeted sometimes? That there's anti-Semitism in the world?
You know what?
I'm the one personally who's had to suffer the most.
Just like you were saying, I guarantee you that black people, for example, and Hispanic people, which he's both, by the way, have been absolutely targeted more with racism than Jews have in this country. And I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm not one of those like, oh my God, but it is. You don't see you don't see a lot of cops shooting a lot of unarmed Jewish boys. You know what I mean? Like, you do see, it wasn't a Jewish kid's backyard in Sacramento. The cop jumped the fence and killed a black kid that was in his grandma's house. And especially in New York City, how many times on this very show have we read how many of the hate crimes have been hoaxes? The swastikas were drawn. We just read one 3 weeks ago.
No, I'm not going to lie. I did finally see one the other day that I was like, yeah, that one's...
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
You seen that picture?
The red.
The one where
yes.
they did the full banner?
Yes.
I saw that one and immediately went, now that is a Nazi enthusiast.
Yes, that's somebody that's what he's doing.
That's not a... Yeah, see, I'm willing to admit sometimes when people go, no, you just say every hate crime graffiti is a hoax. And I'm like, that's not true. I have to judge the artwork. And I looked at that one the other day and went, oh, yeah, that was a white boy. It's too good.
Well, there's anti-Semitism because they want you to believe that there's anti-Semitism. You know, I don't hate Jews. I'm critical of them, but I don't hate them. You know, if I saw a Jew that was, poor and suffering, I would help him. That doesn't mean that I hate them.
Imagination land? We're in imagination land?
hate them. I am critical of them, but, you know, that doesn't mean that I'm anti-Semitic.
You wore a Nazi armband.
That doesn't make me a hater. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I love everybody, and I expect everyone to love me the same back.
Why that symbol?
Why do you gotta use the ones that were mean to us, though? Why can't you use something else? I mean, why don't you look, we love when blacks are victims. We love when white people suffer. Why can't you be one of those guys? I don't like this.
Why that symbol?
Because it's the symbol of National Socialism.
The ship has sailed on what that symbol means.
Oh, if it sailed, then why are you guys in such a panic? If the ship has sailed, why are you losing elections all across the world? If it's in its death rattle, why is every article since 2012 mention white privilege and Charlottesville and torches and the rise in violent white extremism? You can't have both, Murray, whatever his name, I call him Murray. But you can't have both.
But
you can't laugh off white nationalism and go, right, like a bunch of faggots are gonna, you guys are over, right? And then also go, guys, I'm panicking. There's too many white nationalists. They're literally banging on my doors.
But going back to what you said, going back to like Russians, the amount of Russians that were killed in the USSR and stuff like that. You don't see, how come these Jewish reporters aren't interviewing the Antifa people that are walking around with hammers and sickles on their chest? Those stuff is fine though. Like, what bothers me about this is the hypocrisy. You show your hand, which is basically, this only bothers me because it affects my people. You don't care about people dying. You don't. You don't, because if not, every stupid Antifa person out there wearing a fucking commie flag would be interviewed too at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that also be something that would be? But no, it's not.
They don't care
Because they're showing their hand.
Yeah, it's just too blatantly obvious what agenda they have, and it's retarded. And what's funny is they're actually, you know, the media, which is, by the way, run by Jews. I don't want to hear anybody say, no, it's not. Shut up. It is. It's funny because it's like they can't help themselves. They would almost, you guys would have done a great job letting globalism survive and enslaving us mentally. You guys could have actually pulled it off, but you had to keep making it about you. Like, you know what I mean? If you just stopped with this Holocaust shit every day, if you stopped with this, but what about us, right? If you'd stopped doing that, you could have flown under the radar, and I think you could have very easily started the little race war in this country that you so desperately want. But the problem is you're so bad at not making it about you. You cannot help yourselves when it comes to being the victims. You have to scream it from the rooftops. So it's like you almost had half of America fighting the other half of America. But every time we're about to do it, you show up and go, yes, now start fighting, and remember that no matter what happens, we're clearly the biggest victims here. And immediately, it's like two groups of Americans going, you fucking believe this guy? You cannot help yourselves. This is why you blew it 109 times. 100. Do you understand that? If I were an MMA fighter with a fucking 1-109 record, nobody would want to fuck with me. I'm not signing you.
Dan Barnes, last question. You down to slam my wife while I watch?
I mean, the world knows what it means. It means one thing to you and something else to everybody else. Don't you think maybe you should choose something else?
You're nobody to tell him what to choose. How dare you? How fucking dare you?
I used to believe that, though. No, I'm not going to choose anything else if I have my right. I mean, I used to believe that. I used to believe that Hitler was this evil guy who wanted to rule the world. But, you know, that's when we forgot, you know, it was wrong. We were wrong. That we've been told lies about him.
Who convinced you that he wasn't a bad guy?
Now they're looking to find the website the people.
I hate this.
But you want to see what a soldier he is?
I hate this.
But look at the soldier that he is.
Independent website in which I would not go into further.
Don't snitch.
He ain't no snitch. He ain't no snitch,
dog. He ain't snitching, dog.
He ain't snitching.
I love him.
Told us the other side of Hitler, and I believed them. They were. It made sense. It sounded sense, so I decided to be convinced. I decided to become a believer.
What's your ethnic background?
I'm Dominican.
Do you think these same people would be receptive to immigration issues? Dominicans living in the U.S.?
Well,
Yeah, yes. Actually, here's the thing, Murray Rothstein, is that most of us, right? Most of us actually get along, for the most part, in this country, when your kind isn't whispering in everybody's ears like Littlefinger. See, that's the thing. You guys are like Littlefingers. It's like, I get along with Dominican. Are you kidding me? Bro, I've been to parties in Miami where it was all Dominicans, bro. Hot bitches. Like, you get laid at a Dominican. Bad bitches. They have fucking plantains. They had all kinds of, they got those beef patties. Bro, they make dope food. Like, go to Dominican Republic on a vacation. The safe part. Make sure you get a guide. But go to Dominican Republic and tell me what kind of return on investment you get on your vacation. You can live like a Afghani warlord for a week. But like,
by the way, the safe part is the part away from Haiti.
Yes, exactly.
Just so you know.
Just don't go towards the middle.
Yeah, stay towards the beaches. That's the key.
The rim of Dominican Republic's amazing.
Yeah.
But like, bro, are you kidding me? Like fucking Miami, like we joke about a lot of group, but like, I get along with all kinds of people, and I actually like different cultures. I used to like, I don't mind like in New York. There used to be very homogenized neighborhoods, which that's not a thing anymore.
Yes, there is. Orthodox. They still have their own.
They still get their own. But what I'm saying is they used to have like Little Italy, and you'd have Little Haiti, and you'd have like all these little places, whatever. And like, it's awesome. It was awesome to go like, yo, dude, if you want to get like a really good, like authentic plantains, bro, there's this little spot. You're gonna not even notice it when you walk past it, but it's in the little Dominican neighborhood. Go there, and yeah, and you would walk into this place that you thought was a Hallmark store, and
in Washington Heights.
Oh shit, no, this is really a restaurant, and have the best food. I'm cool with that. I get along with people, dude. But it's you. It's always you with your little microphones whispering in people's ears. We gotta go get this cab driver because I have nothing better to do. Like, and this is why you blow it. This is why you're gonna blow it again. This is why you lose in the fucking UK. This is why you lose in even the EU seats are now gonna be like Marine Le Pen and Viktor Orban. Do you know how fucked you are? Because and it's like, again, history repeating itself. Every couple of 100 years, you do this again, and in 100 years, we'll be talking about how we were wrong to you. You were the victims again. It was all about how everybody just picks on you. It's never you. Like, do you understand that the media and these media types and these banking types, it's like being in an abusive relationship where the girl has you constantly convinced that you're abusing her. Like, you ever been in a relationship with a girl like that?
Yeah.
Where they treat you like dog shit, but you are like, people around town are whispering about you and wondering why you're so abusive to her, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't even do anything, and I'm getting like, that's what this is like. It's like getting beaten down emotionally, but then you go out to the bar and everybody's like, hey bro, so I heard you hit Kristen last week, and you're like, what? No, I did. I've never hit her, and it's like. And then you go home and she's fucking BPD all, you love me. You're going to throw me out. And you're like, so I'm getting abused here, but if I go out and about, everybody's going to call me the evil Nazi man. Fuck, dude.
Let me read some super chats here. Go on Commando says, dude probably thinks he's supporting democratic socialism. Hail AOC. G Rubble, opinion on Ryan Dawson. Y'all should have him on. Who's Ryan Dawson?
He does a lot of good 9/11 stuff.
Okay.
He does 9/11 the way that, like, I always talk about 9/11, where you're like, can we stop talking about like spray painting thermite on windows?
Right.
Can we talk about how intelligence communities can give cash to a bunch of guys and make them do some fucking James Bond shit? You know, like he's one of those. He's like follow the money kind of guy. I like Ryan Dawson. He's good.
Where did that very cool quote come from? I hear you say it a lot, and gun thought too. Very cool is a Trump thing. Like, you know.
Yeah, that was thank you, Kanye. Very cool. When he wrote to, because Kanye said something about Trump like a year ago, and of course, Trump being a whore, he had to retweet it immediately. Thanks, Kanye. Very cool. Because he just knew the whole world would lose their minds.
Kes Dodick, $5. You guys are all right. James Long, $1. Alan Black, $10. ROTC is always good, but you guys in this community are killing it this week. Thank you. Dan Barnes, $2. Brothers have been Armenian genociding Kardashian box. It's very funny. Frederick Godzilla's Menschkin. We talked about Teddy Spaghetti and watched the Barcelona Boomer videos on our show last night. Marl Karks. Cab driver has more conviction than Spencer. Dan Barnes. Black Gold. ASO 513. This clip makes me think Owen isn't so crazy. Dodge 840 HP. That's our Boomer Dad. $50. Boomer Dad is back.
Thank you, brother.
Midwest 199. You guys are on fire today. Let me see. Let me see if there's any Streamlabs that I
saw
can check.
one of the listen executor now saying that I'm a brute who beats women. See how easily this gets started?
It's true. Bart Simpson.
It's not true. I goon-handed Joy one time, which I think I told you guys.
She deserve it?
Yeah, she did. She was because she we were doing like a show, comedy show, and then she there was some big-titted fucking girl on stage with these improv people, and she was kind of cute, and everybody was talking about her big fat tits, and I was sitting there with Joy or whatever, and then she's like, yeah, whatever, and then she made some comment like, yeah, I bet if I wasn't around in your life, or whatever, I guess if I wasn't around, you'd probably fuck her, and I thought she like meant like if she wasn't in my life. And I was like, yeah, if you weren't in my life, I would totally fuck her. Why wouldn't I? It's like if I'm a single guy at a bar. And she got really upset and tried to fight the improv girl.
Oh, that's
I've
good.
never spoken to in my life.
Now,
we had a conversation about her.
Now, did she get away from the improv group by doing a lot of yes and thens? Yes, and then you confuse them, and then you run away.
And she went to go grab, and I wasn't going to let her fight this girl who, by the way, I hadn't even been introduced to yet. So that was a little awkward.
That was weird.
Yeah, so I goon-handed her, and the goon hand is where you go up under the armpit and you grab a girl by the arm and you fucking yank her out of a place. And I did bruise her, and she was like, yeah, my cheddar. And she did. She told everybody I was like beating her, and I was like, did you see where the marks were? And did you see how bad they were? They weren't really that bad. I was like, she was trying, and thank God she did it at a place where like Evan Weiss, Tim Thompson, there was like 50 comedians I was friends with that were there that were like, no, this bitch tried to attack some girl she'd never spoken to before, and he had to yoke her up somehow. Goon hand is acceptable.
MK Ultra, $18.92. First time I managed to catch a show live for a while, throwing it in a regular donation. Thank you, FKB. Congratulations on More Like Radio getting 800 subs. It's now only 185 from 1,000. To all the chat, you can help Royce out by subscribing to More Like Radio. Thank you. OJ's White Bronco. For everyone based Dominican, there's 3 based Cubans. That is true. There's a lot of based Cubans. I can tell you that. That's from OJ's White Bronco. Irishman gave us $5. Monkey D gave us $2. Bart Simpson. Oy vey, you guys are doing a show to be shutting it down. I'll be sure to be shutting it down. RevengeOfTheSys.com/XPN. That's ProXPN. Get protected while you're online. Don't raw dog the internet. Especially if you're going to the same sites that homie was earlier. Dominican-based Dominican was.
Look, I'm just saying, you know, it's like I'm a National Socialist, and I think that the Jews need to be, like, forcefully removed from the country. What's the problem?
Well, he didn't say that.
It'd just be really good. The guy's like, well, you... Let's pack it up, boys. I got nothing. He's just resistant to everything. I can't...
Teflon.
He's so shameless. I can't beat him.
RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. A whole bunch of ways to donate. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. Sign up there. We have 150 episodes archived of our show.
Crypto's eating such big dicks today.
Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. Go there. That we get our archived episodes. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Fines.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Once upon a time on the Cousin Joe Show.
I remember not long after we were out of high school, that was a popular thing. They were just taking up the ads. Yeah.
That was in high school?
For some people.
Not for me.
I didn't have regular sex in high school.
Me neither.
But
I didn't even know there were different kinds. I thought it was just straight missionary.
I think I only had it twice.
But how many times did you do it to a girl?
See, I was waiting for that softball to be answered. Thank you. I have an aunt that I haven't talked. She could be dead, or I wouldn't know.
All right. I guess you weren't in the will.
Well, because this aunt is psychotic. There's a lot of reasons I haven't told this on the show. She went,
Cousin Joey, the girls in your school, did they take it up the ass?
This was to her a normal conversation.
Regular conversation?
Just catching up with her nephew.
How
just
are
catching
things?
Up. Yep.
Plowing any buttholes? How are things going?
And I go, I don't.
Well, because when I was young, and I was in high school, I had a guy do that, and I shit all over his cock.
All right. Wow.
And
where'd the conversation go there?
The silence that you just heard from Dan and myself was pretty much the response she got. You know, I guess
Western Echo says, please tell me it was Thanksgiving dinner. Grandpa's cutting a turkey. I shat on a cock.
And I gotta be, she didn't have like dementia. I mean,
you know, I think she did, Joe.
All right, well, fair enough. In case you're wondering how I, as a person, mentally is put together,
you fucked her in the ass.
I just.
That's what she was getting at. I've seen movies. Don't know what. What? She was just letting you know. Green light. That was green light.
Listen to The Cousin Joe Show every Thursday, 7 to 10 p.m. on youtube.com/Cousin Joe.
There's always napkins and paper towels involved in my stories with sex.
Yeah, there are.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman say in his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching-a-chong, a ching-a-chong choo.
Phew, Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again, I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis, Thursday show. One more day till Friday, you bunch of homos. Thanks for staying with us. We got some fun stuff for the second hour. Mike, you had some requests yesterday you put out for the fans, and we got a couple. Well, let's play this one first. This is from Give Birth 01. This one's called Owen Benjamin's Blow Darts song.
Band, I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. Band, I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. I got knives, bears make me. I got knives. Band, I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. I got crossbows in the corner, blow darts, motherfucking 2 guns. I got knives. I got crossbows in the corner. I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. Blow dart. I got knives. Band. I got a motherfucking tomahawk. Blow dart.
Pretty dope track.
I know where we've been.
Yeah, this one's good. Doritos one.
And I got it.
This is all right.
This is
one,
Ritos.
This one is.
I'll post the link in there so we.
This one is. It's at a level like I can't even. When I said the other day, what I wanted, this was taking what I wanted, executing it exactly how I wanted it, but beyond anything I could have imagined. Now remember, the only thing I asked for was when I heard the band, I got tomahawks in my hand. Right away in my head, I was like, that's a fucking... I've heard enough remixes of people.
Awesome.
I was like, I know that it's there, but Ritos took it to a new level. This is amazing.
You can never trust a man with 2 first names, said Owen Benjamin. It's very laggy. Your mom's laggy. Getting one of the brothers to put their dick in her mouth. Cleveland pacifier.
Here it comes.
Band. I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. Band. I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. I got knives, bears make me. Blow darts. I got crossbows in the corner.
Even the beat fits.
2 guns that were used in World War II. Get the fuck out of here. You can't be stopped. By the way, this is real. Come on, keep going. Videos like that of me handling people in real life that talk that shit. But online, people talk all that shit, but in real life, they got nothing. Our connection issue. My connection is extremely strong. Come on, keep it going. It's like, it's not as good as my pornos. The connection isn't as good as my pornos. I mean, the stream isn't as clear as my pornos. Bunch of fucking pussies. Come on, keep it going. It is what it is. If you leave, you're a fucking pussy. And I want you to leave. Band. I got a
motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. I love this. It's really good.
Band. I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. I got knives. I got knives bears make me. Blow darts. I got crossbows in the corner. Faggot. Fucking two guns that were used in World War II.
This is perfect. This was.
I can talk to my audience any way I want.
It's so well executed.
This is amazing.
I also thought we could do this unauthorized. I get it. It takes time. Technology takes time. I do not deserve this. I do not deserve this. I deserve free money and all the pornos in the HD that I can get. Come on, baby. Come on, keep it going. It's YouTube. It's supposed to get you to spiral, but I think spiraling's funny. I think spiraling's funny. And guess what, dumb fucks at YouTube? My audience thinks me spiraling is funny, and so do I. Ban. I got a motherfucking tomahawk
This
in my hand.
is fantastic.
Ban. I got a motherfucking tomahawk in my hand. I got knives. I got knives bears make me. Blow darts. I got crossbows in the corner. Faggot. Fucking two guns that were used in World War II. Get the fuck out of here.
This was a legit good song.
Well played, Ritos.
So good.
I fucking lost my shit when I heard this last night.
Hey, you do not talk to your audience that way. Fuck you.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Like, even little details in this song. Like, he really wanted wanted this to sound like it was legit. It sounds legit.
Here you go. You want to subscribe. There it is. Wow, that's really, really good.
Yeah, everyone give him a sub, please. He deserves
Yes.
he deserves all of the subs for that.
All right. Well, I wanted to also, speaking of people that
Hang on, I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, only like 10 of you subscribe. If you don't all
I
go
just
sub
posted it
Doritos right now, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Wow, that's
1,100 people, 1,400 people watching. 10 people went and subscribed to that.
People
that
are
guy's fucking. That was amazing. You should literally have 1,400 subs right now.
all right. Do you want to do Teddy Spaghetti first or Biff Spigler?
I'm gonna do Biff. We'll just see if we can get to Teddy. I don't want to do Teddy every day.
No,
we're gonna
I got
fucking,
it.
We're gonna fucking shoot our wad on this. Everybody's like Teddy.
This is old Biff Spigler. Let's play a couple Biff Spigler things here. Okay, this is recent Biff Spigler video.
God, just clean that fucking disgusting squalor you live in.
Somebody used to know. I checked her blog because I thought maybe if she's got a few screws loose, I thought she could have been the one who in her, well, turned Teddy and the other fucking losers on to me.
That's us. We're the
her
other
words,
losers that were turned on
These
to him.
losers will ruin your life. And I checked her blog because I thought it's just.
We're the losers that are going to ruin his life.
Constant underlying noise he's making. He's emitting a low emitting hum.
It's like when you have a phone next to the microphone.
This nigga sounds like AM radio.
Yeah, he really does.
Oh, it's Coast to Coast FM.
Talked to her, and she said that she wanted to talk if I knew how to get in touch with me, which I don't believe because she typed in the same email address every day for 2 or 3 years. In fairness, I don't use that email anymore.
Is he talking to himself? This is what somebody
He does that. Now,
this is what somebody talking to themselves would sound like.
Apparently, people have posted stuff in his YouTube comment section. Let me read a couple of them here for you. This is the first one. Let me lay it out really simply. This is him, Biff Spigler. You use another video. I tried to get you copyright strike on the grounds that you had ample time to contact me, the copyright holder, for permission.
Well, that's your first mistake. That's not how it works. But continue.
If you can't post 10% of a song according to YouTube guidelines, there's no way you can do that with my stuff. If that doesn't work, I have to pay lawyers $315 a fucking hour to watch a goddamn YouTube video and contact the folks at Google and follow through with what they require of him. I might have to spend $1,500 to do that whole goddamn world a favor because you fucking hot house flowers, subjective, can't play a man's game, subjective, or you wouldn't be Trump supporters, quantitatively neutral. This guy's nuts. Then... Wonderful. Somebody says Teddy Spaghetti. Somebody posted him. Teddy Spaghetti claims to have a 151 IQ. A Big Bear claims to have 147. Judging by their lack of awareness, I'd say they're both around 110 or 115. Thoughts? Wonderful. He says, I was tested with the Stanford Binet as a child and maxed out for my age range and was scored at a bracket. I have an IQ of 160.
Yeah, too bad you weren't Jean
Yeah.
fucking Jean Benet Ramsey when you were fucking a kid.
Let me explain. Let me explain to you
By the
how
way,
fair use works.
And by the way,
stupid.
it's not 10% of a song. People have this misconception that you can play 10, 15, 20, or 30 seconds
You can't.
of copyrighted songs.
Nope.
And you can get away with it. That's not how it works. There's a reason why. And the only way you can get away with it, I've learned, is on OBS when people do the donations, is I turn it down so people can hear it. And then I talk
over it, yeah.
And then it kind of will fuck the algorithm up. But you can't. So you actually are basing how you're going to go after us on a thing that's not even true, but works more in the copyright holder's favor. But you would still fail miserably if you tried to strike us.
Yeah, it's fair use. Stupid.
Passwords for places where I don't want to supply my email address.
He beats me. He beats me every day in his house. He beats me.
I was thinking of
I have a whole.
Same
I'm
thing.
backlogged on him too.
what it would be like.
I think people really need to really experience Biff Spigler. And I think the only way to do that is on full screen for upward of maybe 8 seconds. Really get the full experience of Biff Spigler so you guys can get the full experience.
Biff Spigler. The Sweaty Teddy Spaghetti Riling Challenge. This is Biff Spigler.
He's doing Teddy Spaghetti now? He's doing the bit?
Yeah, check this out.
Hey, Biff Spigler. Teddy Spaghetti is our bit.
Trademarked.
So if you are going to use our material, I'm going to hit you with a strike. See how that works? See how stupid I sound?
Okay, now the reason there's no
Are we giving him
video
the
to
full
go on.
experience, though, Royce? Are we giving him the full screen experience?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Give me a sec.
Oh.
Now go.
Okay, thank you.
With this is because I didn't want my dirty condo or pretty face to detract from what I'm about to say. I'll try to find a cool picture or something.
By the way,
first of all,
this is the cool picture that he found.
Cool. First of all, you don't live in a condo. You live in an apartment. I've seen condos. Condos are nice.
Yeah.
Right? Condominium has a certain...
Usually has a pool.
Affectation to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you live in a condo, living in an apartment, it's like, yeah, you live in an apartment. You're trying to get, whatever. A condo does not have that disgusting... They would have kicked you out of a condo for that. You probably have bugs. You're not allowed to have bugs in a condo complex. They have HOAs.
Well, the reason that he did this is because we've been criticizing his dirty room. This is why he didn't put a picture up for this.
This is the Teddy Spaghetti Writing Challenge. A few of you left comments on my last blog about how my writing was on par with Teddy's, and I thought I'd read something I wrote as opposed to just recounting an idea I had and see if he can beat it.
He's challenging Teddy Spaghetti to a write-off.
Well, my money's still on you, weirdo.
Not a horrible idea, I think. So here goes. I live in someone else's house. They want me to leave. I know so without being certain they know I'm there. There's certain something about me stirs their attention. The rustle of me on the air, the miasmatic stench of my loneliness, the keen of my hand-strung desire playing games with the echoes in the stairwell. They want it gone. They're a nice enough family, as nice enough families go. A married couple that fights like cats and dogs, whom in love drove each other crazy with passion that still holds.
Can we all just... All right, pause. Can we agree here? Anyone who writes poetry, right? is a worthless human being. Can we agree?
Yeah, agreed 100%.
You contribute nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I know you all think you're going to be like the next Robert Frost, you know, as a couple, like Edward Allan Poe. But, like, do you understand? All of the great poets were born in a time when books were like your only form of entertainment. Like poems, a new poem coming out on a Friday was like the new Avengers movie coming out.
Yes.
Nobody cares anymore about your ability to put string words together in a little anecdote. Nobody cares. It's a worthless art form. It's like stand-up. I did stand-up. So that's not me. Like, I'm not shitting on just things that I don't like. I love stand-up. But it's dying. It's silly. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, maddeningly idle, discontented bay. They have a daughter about 14 years old and a dog about 8 years old. I spend my days
I
with
want to
the dog.
molest both of them. Sorry.
When I'm not trying to leave in my evenings with the daughter, I lie under her bed at night and pretend she's with me and someone else above us. The dog is surprisingly emotionally taxing, but she wants me to stay at least. Outside the house are trees, a forest full of hiding places. At night, lights roam the forest.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah, this is... Wow.
Sir, this is a Wendy's is my new favorite guy.
He is
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
fucking insane.
So did you want it like a regular or large?
I mean, I can't listen to the whole rambling. I can't. I would lose my mind. So that's basically where we're at with him. He's really difficult to do anything with because he's so crazy. He's like really a crazy person.
Should we do the Brendan Schaub?
Yes.
Theo Von stuff?
Yes, we should.
Just to
Give me a
freshen,
second.
just to keep it fresh.
Give me a second.
Because remember, guys, the spaghetti can always stay fresh till tomorrow.
Yeah, for
You
spaghetti,
can put
put a
spaghetti
little water
in a little,
on there.
Yeah,
boom.
put a little Tupperware thing, bing, bang, boom.
Give me a sec, because I have a lot of fucking tabs.
Because that was particularly annoying.
Yeah, well, while I pull it up, do you want to explain what's happening with his Brandon Schaub's new special?
So Brendan Schaub, who is one of Joe Rogan's toys.
Speaking
he just recently came out with a new
speaking of-
special. New special. What he's got called "You'd Be Surprised."
Now
it's sitting right now at a whopping 2.9 on IMDb. 2.9, folks. 2.9.
Brendan Schaub is a 2.9 on IMDb. Now, what is this that you posted? This "Let's Help Brendan Out" letter from our CEO. Now, who's CEO?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's now up to 3.2 because of this thing you're about to point out.
Okay, so who posted this?
So Brendan Schaub, I guess, co-owns some kind of CBD oil shill company. They all do. They all got something
Yeah.
for shilling. So Brendan Schaub, I guess his partner, decided that, I don't know how it worked, but I do know this. I do know that Brendan Schaub put a special out called "You'd Be Surprised." It was at 2.9 out of 10 on IMDb. Everybody's been shitting on it. And it's not just people, because the only people I know that hate Brendan Schaub are us and the Red Bar audience. I don't know anybody that really finds him like particularly offensive enough to go after him.
I've never found him funny.
Yeah, but I mean like offensive to their senses. Like nobody's like, oh, I fucking hate Brendan Schaub. So he sort of coasted through all this time by being just so unremarkable that nobody really picked up on him. But he came out with this special. It has been universally shit on. Everyone hates it. So Red Bar picked up on it. And I saw in their group that it wasn't doing well. But I looked at the amount of votes. It's not Mike David's fans that made this thing bomb. Like it's a 2.9 with like almost 1,000 votes on IMDb.
Yeah, no,
which
that's
means
that's legit.
That is people going, ooh, this was terrible. I'm going to go give it 1 star. So the other day, this came out. This is the guy that I guess actually owns the company, the CBD oil company. Because, like the Rogans, Rogan's not showing up to board meetings for On It. Like, you know what I mean? They
Of course not.
Slapped his name on it and he gets big fat checks. This is sort of the deal with Brendan. So he's got this CBD oil thing. So this apparently is the CEO of the CBD oil company shilling for Schaub's special on Reddit and begging people to, here, I'll just read it. It says, Let's show our support for Brendan. As you all know, my business partner, Brendan Schaub, debuted his comedy special on Showtime earlier this month. You all showed up in force when my company ran a sale in honor of the debut. Today, I'm asking our customers and the entire The Fighter and the Kid Army. I hate when they say army.
Ugh.
You're not a nation state.
Yucky.
The Fighter and the Kid Army to help us support this special. Today through the end of the week, if you follow the link below and leave a kind review, the kind of review Brendan deserves, for you'd be surprised, you will receive a one-time coupon for 50% off your entire Pure Spectrum order. They're bribing. So the company that Brendan Schaub owns a piece of, and I don't think the CEO can. I think Brendan went to him and was like, I need a fucking bailout here. So they're giving 50% off their products. They're giving shit away, basically, just to try to combat the bad reviews on IMDb.
Do you want to see? We're going to play the thing you played. Do you want to see? This is a little promo clip that's on YouTube.
I bet it's good.
So it's a trailer, so we're allowed to play this. So let's. This is for his special. I haven't seen this. This is 100% haven't seen this.
So I'm doing
back up a bit here so we get
time. I just can't become a pothead overnight. I need to talk to some experts. So I'm doing a podcast.
I need to talk to experts.
He can't speak.
He's big tongue, like there's a big tongue in his mouth or something.
Yeah, and he's got I think he's got like an underbite type thing.
Yeah, okay, but let's actually try to give it a chance. I haven't seen this, so this is 100% as we haven't seen this.
With Joey Diaz, Joe Rogan, and Eddie Bravo.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I know I probably guys play the clip. You are using the coattails you rode to do a stand-up bit.
I want to point out this is the trailer.
This is the trailer.
For
yes,
his special.
Yes,
he has name dropped Eddie Bravo, Joey Diaz, and Joe Rogan in the first 11 seconds.
Yeah,
I mean immediately. And by the way, that is if you go to IMDb, most of the bad reviews that you see on Reddit and everywhere, it's people saying it's just name dropping in stories, like people saying basically like, yeah, if I met Brendan Schaub at a bar, this would be kind of cool.
Right.
But it's not a special. There's no jokes.
Well, tell the boys my recent discovery of marijuana can help with my brain. This is what happens next. Joey Diaz slides across.
This is what happened next. Does he really talk like that? Like a retard?
To me, a gummy Death Star? It's a rhinoceros tranquilizer. I had no freaking clue. I had no idea. And Joey Diaz goes, cocksucker! Just fucking eat half, I guess! Beat the whole thing on the fucking Pluto!
He doesn't yell, though.
That's a terrible Joey Diaz.
When does Joey Diaz ever yell like that?
Never.
It's always like,
hey, kid, do me a favor. Take yourself a fucking... You ain't a real fucking pothead. You have some of these stars of fucking that, kid. You take like fucking 3 of those. You know what I'm saying? You go find some like girl, you fucking eat her ass out like real fucking... You know, on the beach where you get the fucking... Where you got like fucking sand... in a ass crack, and you fucking get it in your teeth and shit. You know what I'm fucking saying, kid? You get it? Hey, where's the fucking fat Jew guy I always got on my show?
Relax, Joey. Pluto, chill, man. Mama didn't raise no quitter, right? The whole goddamn star. I've never seen sheer panic on Joe Rogan's face before. He was like this. Fuck, why? Why? And I look over at Eddie Bravo's face, he's like this.
Why is it?
So this guy's special.
So they made a Coke Logic cartoon for his special?
Yeah, apparently.
And the whole thing is just... I'm going to tell you about these 3 guys that are way cooler than me. Let me tell you about these 3 guys that are... You know what this is like?
Ringo Starr telling a story about the rest of the Beatles?
This is like the show Entourage if it was told from the point of view of Turtle.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Have fun, bro.
Imagine if the show Entourage was about Turtle.
This is Joe Rogan's fault. Joe Rogan's the one that told Brendan Schaub he should be doing stand-up. This is his fault.
Then the podcast started. I didn't say a single word in 3 hours. Not one word in 3 hours. Not one word.
It was the greatest 3 hours those boys ever experienced in their
Weed, man.
You ever been so high before you forget what language you speak?
No,
I've never been that high.
I've been
high. Out of my mind on not only weed.
Yeah,
I've been out of my mind on drugs, and I still shockingly, Brendan, I speak English. Very weird.
Yeah,
I might not speak it well when I'm on drugs, but you still know what I'm saying.
What a terrible joke.
This is my material from 2007.
Danny Saint, this is Virgil telling NWO stories.
Oh my God.
Perfect reference.
That's what it is.
Perfect reference.
I was so high. I was so high.
How high were you?
Honestly, Brendan Schaub isn't even like the Vincent of the NWO, though. He's more like the Disciple.
This is bad.
Remember Disciple?
Yes.
Which is like the 18th gimmick of Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
My brain's like, bro, after the conversation. I'm like, in what language though? What is that? What is that? Is that French? Fuck, I don't speak French.
No, it wasn't French, though. It's not. This is...
No, I'm not, listen, I'm not going into this purposely not laughing.
Key Buckley saying this is hack open mic. That's what I mean. This was me in 2007. Remember when I started comedy?
This
in
is
2007. This is my 2007.
This is you coming up with a new hour and working it. This doesn't feel like a, am I wrong? This doesn't feel like a finished product.
This is an open mic. Or this is at least a gig on the road where you go, all right, I'm going to do like, I'll do like 20 minutes of solid shit. But I'm going to throw like, you got to throw like 10 minutes in. That's why Louis does the road all the time. He's trying to work that.
Right.
But like, this is just fucking horrible. This is not an album.
Stay quiet, man. I'm just gonna stay quiet. This isn't good, man. The podcast finally wraps. My high brain goes, oh shit, that did not go well, my man. Don't let your buddies know how fucked up you are. Just do a cool exit and get the hell out the building. Oh, I know. I've been watching a bunch of Game of Thrones lately. Yeah. So Joey, Eddie, and Rogan go, hey man, you sure you're good? I went, am I ever? Me lords.
No. Don't. Let that sit. No, just let it. Let it cook.
But then what was the reference that he was referencing from Game of Thrones? What does it have to do with making an exit?
Weed, man!
I want to make an announcement here from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to quit weed. I don't want to smoke weed anymore.
No, I don't want
to do YouTube anymore either, though. Because I don't want to do anything that Brendan Schaub does. So I am not going to do any more YouTube shows.
Steroids?
I'm not going to smoke any marijuana. Yeah, I'm going to quit steroids.
Okay, good.
No more steroids. Well, prednisone. All right, that's fine. Breathe good. And then I'm never going to get dumped by Ronda Rousey. So there's, those.
That's a lot of things. Are you going to be the fill-in host whenever Joe Rogan needs to just talk and needs a warm body in the chair? Because that's what he is. He's the warm body. Whenever Rogan's like, I kind of want to talk about me, but I don't want a cool guest on. I want to make sure that it's about me, so I'm going to put a hot body in the chair. And it's him, and who's the other one?
Eddie Bravo.
There's one more, though. Brian
Callen.
Yeah.
Brian Callen.
There it is.
I know, yeah. Brian
so those
Callen.
are the people he has sit in.
Brian Callen is another one that's like literally human water.
Yeah.
He's a human glass of water.
Yeah.
There's nothing offensive about it. It's not.
Oh, and Brian Redband, too.
I don't hate Brian Callen. He's kind of funny. You know what I mean? But he's
I don't hate him.
He's like a glass of water.
Yeah, he's just there.
It's, you go, I needed that, but there's no reward for
no
it.
substance.
There's nothing. Yeah, you're like, well, there's water.
At least I'm not thirsty. That's what Brian Callen is. Brian Callen is, at least I'm not thirsty.
You know what he is? I just figured it out. Brian Callen is like Pepsi at a restaurant. Nobody wants it there.
But you'll have it if that's all they have.
But it's so unoffensive that you're not going to get angry.
It's not RC Cola.
It's just exactly. He's Pepsi at a restaurant or a bar where you go, yeah, can I get a Coke? And they're like, we have Pepsi. And you're like, yeah, I guess whatever. Just bring black liquid that has carbonation.
I get in my car, might as well have been the Starship Enterprise. I'm like, whoa, okay. I was messing with my AC unit for 30 minutes. I'm like, no, that's not it. It's not it. It's not it, man. Finally, I get started. Found myself going down that 405 highway, 17 miles.
Imagine doing pot stories in 2019.
On Showtime. This
Hot
was a
story.
Showtime special.
Hot stories, dude. I couldn't, bro. I was driving, dude. I was like, man, am I speeding? But then I looked at my speedometer and I'm doing like 10 miles an hour. Is he gonna do that old gag?
Just everything.
Miles an hour, happy as shit. And I went through stages. The next stage, I got super paranoid. I stare at my mirrors every 3 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now, man? What am I doing? What am I doing? I thought there's
There's no jokes here.
No, there's not. Again, he's just talking. This isn't as, and you're not even like, no, but you know what? That's unfair because there's some comics that could go up there and are very funny and tell good stories. You know what I mean? Like Norm Macdonald. If you ever watched Norm Macdonald's like show, like the YouTube one, that's a guy who'll just sit there and he could talk for an hour and be really funny and tell you good. One of my favorite episodes of the Norm show was when Norm was on with Super Dave. Before that, just those two people talk. Like he's not even telling an interesting story. I had a cousin that was a pothead and told these stories that was really never funny to me.
Backseat, I'm all, be cool. We were fucking cool, man. God.
There were werewolves in his
next
car.
day-
'Cause
By
you
the
know how,
way-
dude, you know, no, dude, we got to address this.
Why is he dressed like a fucking Persian nightclub owner? Look at him, tight little pants.
He's dressed like if Pete Davidson was going to a wedding.
Okay, that's good. He's dressed like when your aunt picks you up from school.
Why does all right, well, you know how like when you smoke weed sometimes and you drive and then there's werewolves in your car?
That's never happened to me. It's never happened to me in my life. I've ever been werewolves.
He's telling a weed story from the perspective of a man who's never smoked weed.
Brendan Schaub is dressed like an alternate in a bowling team.
Stage that kicked in is what the kids refer to as the munchies.
Brendan Schaub dresses like the fucking 40-year-old guy that still like fucking sells pot and fucks high school girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
You want to come over? I got PS4. It's pretty dope. PS4 and Xbox. Pretty dope.
But he still uses his parents' Netflix account. This is good because what we're going to play next here is them roasting people.
Brendan Schaub looks like a guy who still lives with his parents in his 30s, and every Sunday you can see him washing his car in the driveway.
You're right.
And you're just like, bro, why'd you put that much pride into your account balance? Get up out of your parents' house.
Brendan Schaub looks like someone who dry cleans their jeans.
I know. I've known
You know what I
people
mean?
like that.
They have creases in 'em?
I've known people like that. It's enraging. Anybody who dry cleans jeans should be fucking shot. They should have to go in front of a firing squad.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody said, Netflix TV said, Schaub is definitely a militant bisexual. He's that clingy, annoying friend in the group that does everything he doesn't like just to tag along. No, man, it's cool. I love rock climbing. I do it all the time.
Brandon Schaub looks like he has 2 barbed wire tattoos.
No, Brendan Schaub looks like he has a tribal barbed wire tattoo.
Yes, you're right.
Like a tribal, but with fucking barbs. He couldn't decide.
Brandon Schaub's the guy that shows up to the high school party with 4 Locos.
Yeah, Brendan Schaub looks like a guy who buys beer for teenagers.
Yeah. No, Brandon Schaub looks like a guy who sells beer to teenagers. All right, but I'm keeping 20.
Brendan Schaub looks like a guy who's on a sex offender registry, but is low offending enough that he'll probably get off at some point.
Right, right.
Brendan Schaub looks like a guy they're just about to take off a sex offender registry.
Yeah, exactly.
He was 19, she was 17, you know, it was like a whole thing. Fuck.
Brendan Schaub dresses like an extra from the Beat It video.
Brendan Schaub is dressed like a guy who bugs you every weekend about having a booth at amphitheater. You know, I got a good booth, dude. Good bottle service, bro. Good bottle,
right.
get you in.
You're right.
We only got 2 tables left tonight. It's Friday.
Brendan Schaub is somebody who has a can of Axe body spray in his glove compartment just in case. Just in case.
Yes. That's really funny. Oh fuck!
Hey, you know what, Mike? This is good. Since we could compare.
Brandon Schaub looks like a guy who's constantly asking you, "Hey, you know anybody that needs a stereo installed in their car or anything like that?" I'm really good. I got all the tools.
Jesus Christ.
He really is just a fucking goof. I wish I had his hairline, though, I'll admit.
He has good hair.
There's one thing I'm jealous of, it's his hair.
Yeah, good for he means when he did his steroids, he took Propecia with it. That's all. No, that's what that means. But he got busted, I believe, in MMA. He got popped a couple times for steroids.
You can do that, though?
Yeah, you could take if you take like Propecia, and there's or Finisted, I believe. If you take those while you do steroids, you won't lose. It kind of counterbalances, and you won't lose your hair. But yeah, that's really the only way to do it. But that was a good, roasting. So why don't we watch Brandon Schaub and Theo Von,
the King and the Sting, baby.
Yeah,
this show, by the
Bing and
way,
the Bong.
is just. And then he does the Fighter and the Kid. Is that one with Brian Callen?
That's the one with Brian Callen, I
Jesus
believe.
Christ, I
Yes,
can't keep
it's
up.
too many. This is them. They're roasting each other. This is Theo Von and Brendan Schaub's funniest roast, and this is great because we kind of just did
So
that.
I'm curious.
Let's
Is
compare.
this done from Rogan's studio?
No, I believe this is Theo has his own studio.
That's so dumb.
I'm
Why
almost
wouldn't-
positive.
Why wouldn't Rogan
rent out his studio?
Yeah, because he's got it there.
It's just that I don't
know what it is though, because he's a billionaire and he probably doesn't want people touching his stuff.
That's not even but Rogan's studio also is his gym. He also has a salt tank in there.
He's
So
probably
that's his
just there all
that's
the
his
time.
man cave.
Yeah, he doesn't want anybody there.
He chills there all the time. Like that's his home away from home. All right, so
you mean that Rogan built a studio that like is perfectly tailored to his lifestyle,
Yeah.
and isn't some kind of albatross around his neck on like compound? It's
Right,
pretty smart.
right.
Oh, he
And-
bought it. That must have been. It must be nice to own the building. That's probably a great investment. Even if the show flops, you have the building.
And Joe Rogan also does his show in his own studio, unlike Jim Norton, who does it in Bob Kelly's. So,
well, it's okay. He also does it as somebody else.
Oh, that's right. Right. It's got to be terrible that you're more famous for being a character. It's like we did the Pat Morita thing. Like Pat Morita spoke English very well, funny guy, but he'll always be remembered as Mr. Miyagi. That's what Chip Chipperson is. He's Jim Norton's Mr. Miyagi.
And that's the thing, dude. Is Norton? The Chip show is starting to plateau. It's starting to go down because everybody's like, oh, "Fuck, he does this the whole time."
Oh yeah, and then people go, he does better than you. I'd hope so. He's been in radio for fucking forever.
Yeah, 20 years. I hope he
was
can
on
show
Jay
something.
Leno. I would hope he's more than
something
us.
to show for it. Yes.
Yeah.
He's been doing syndicated terrestrial radio since I was in high school. Yes, I'd hope he has something to show for it. I hope he's bigger than I am. I love when people do, like you said, oh yeah, he's bigger than you are. Yeah, well, he's older than me and had a 20-year head start and worked for CBS. What do you want?
This is Theo Von and Brendan Schaub, funniest roast. So this is them roasting each other.
Heard you also wearing a large from Disneyland. A children's large.
Bro, you look like a college kid. I mean, you got blue on that was given to you. You got a purple fucking skinny sweats on.
These are plum.
Those are
first of
purple,
all.
bro.
These aren't purple, dude. These are
You look like you're transitioning and ran out of money.
Dude, whatever.
You look like a Russian spy who's transitioning, but they don't know exactly.
You already did the transition, Joe. You don't
not
build on
good.
that.
He's not good.
You don't build on that.
I mean, Theo's not great either, but
No, Theo's. I think he's better than
he's competent.
Yeah. I think he's better than Brendan for sure.
How it works in fucking America, so they give us this.
Dude, no doubt you look like every gay dude that's about to teach a dance lesson on television. That's exactly what you look like right now.
I'll take that.
Every guy on a dance show.
Honestly, there's a lot of people in here. You saw what we just did in the last segment to Brendan. Is this better? Because if it is, I want to apologize.
They all wear exactly that, dude.
I'll take it,
and you
bro.
got that blood gold watch, dude. How many brothers, how many black men, and probably black children
There's no
had to
such thing
die
as
so you could have
blood
that
gold.
watch?
There's no such thing as blood gold.
Blood diamond. It's blood diamond.
They don't even. Oh my god, guys!
Get better
come on.
references, guys. Come on, man. We'll help you out.
Why do you have a stack of fucking emergency and coasters?
Yeah, just in case. He's
To
very
protect us
OCD.
from the AIDS that this show will give you.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. I don't know, bro.
Very
Blood
sad.
diamonds, bro.
Dude,
Blood diamonds.
if you put it up to my ear, I bet I can hear the Mayflower coming over with a bunch of straight up.
Damn, bro.
I'm just
You
saying,
going
dude.
that- you going that direction?
I wouldn't wear that kind of stuff, man.
No, it's
You
not.
know?
It's not for you, bro. It's not for your kind.
Yeah.
Then that's being cool. That's being cool.
Okay. Wow, can't slip one by this fucking
Tell you
cavalier
what,
cat.
You gotta let the audience know, bro.
Oh, they've been
Not
knowing,
everyone.
dude.
And I gotta let you know.
They have zero chemistry, right? I mean, they have. And I'm not saying they don't like each other. They probably
No,
you
yeah,
can get along with somebody and still have no chemistry with them. These two have no chemistry together.
Brendan Schaub dresses like he's upside down on a lease for a Corvette. Right? You know what I mean?
That haircut doesn't exactly scream I got a degree, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, Theo Von's haircut's one of those like, dude, I don't even care. It's like one of those, I don't even care, bro. Haircuts. Jeez. It's one of those where it's something where you would do that for like a bit, maybe one show, but like, nah, man, this is my life. I don't even care what people think, dude.
Theo Von, in this clip, Theo Von looks like a guy who got a high school girl pregnant. And Brendan Schaub looks like a guy who sells debt settlement services.
You're right. Dude, I could fix your credit score right
Bro,
now.
I'm telling you, dude, 100-point jump right away. Right away. I just need $700 from you. If I had fucking $700, I'd have better credit.
He looks like a door-to-door life insurance salesman.
He looks like a door-to-door pot salesman.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, my car broke down. I need some money, but I got weed. You want to
Yeah.
buy some weed from me?
Yeah, Brendan Schaub looks like his dream is to finally own that big dispensary.
What's up, bro?
Whoa.
What's up, bro?
Oh my God! I'll have a second scoop of yams, please.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Mr.
bro.
Schaub.
Brendan Schaub's dressed like, he looks like one of those Puerto Ricans that pretends to have a flat tire. When you pull over to help him, he robs you.
You're right.
And I can't believe Theo Von has that hair on purpose.
Brendan Schaub is a guy who owns 2 cell phones.
And why does Theo Von have Ricky Morton's haircut?
I don't
like
know.
it.
You mean it grows in all white trashy like that on its own?
All fucking Rock and Roll Express over here.
Right.
It's that make Brendan Schaub the Robert Gibson?
Yeah, seriously. These guys look like they should come out with Jim Cornette. You're right.
Okay, definitely. That is cafeteria grade hair right there.
Cafeteria lady haircut.
That Piccadilly, bro. Go.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool you wore your fucking.
Dude, why do all the Los Angeles comics dress like this? Right? They all imitate one guy, but I don't know who it is. It's not Rogan, because to Rogan's credit, Rogan is very much a guy who does not give a shit what's on his body.
Nah,
and
he
God
just wears
bless
his
him.
free t-shirts.
And God bless him, because
Good.
that's like, honestly, like if I had Rogan's money, you wouldn't see me like, yo, check out my watches and my suits. I'd probably have an Onnit shirt on every day of a different company. Like, I don't know, we have an entire warehouse just for shirts. I just wear the fucking shirts of the shit. But like him, and I gotta say, I love the guy, but I'm gonna knock him here. But Sam Tripoli's another one. There are these guys that are like 30-something, 40-something years old, and they are dressed like white pot dealers, and it's unbecoming to me. It's just, I don't know.
Brendan Schaub looks like he's part of the date rape frat at every college.
Exactly. But these guys are all sneakerheads.
Yeah.
They're all hipsters. Tony Hinchcliffe's another one. But like even Tony Hinchcliffe doesn't wear like wig or shit. Like these guys are all trying to be like, yo, look at how fucking in style I am. You're a stand-up comedian in LA.
I wouldn't call him that.
In general, I'm not talking
And
to
most
him.
stand-up comedians don't have cauliflower ear.
I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to every member of the Death Squad. You're a stand-up comedian in LA. Stop trying to be cool with your hoodies and your sneakers, bro. Like, you're fucking, stop.
Marcos Ray, $5. Brendan looks like he sells perfume at mall kiosks. Yes,
Exactly.
That's good.
Or cell phone cases.
Yes, that's very, very good.
Overall, what the fuck? What is this?
What is what?
I'm glad you wore your long johns into the
These aren't
studio
long,
today.
dude. These are 100% cotton.
Yeah, that's what long johns are, bro.
Why
Yeah,
is Theo Von
these are
dressed like
for
fucking Huckleberry Finn?
Seriously. Theo Von's dressed like he's part of the Canadian bobsled team.
Dressing up today.
This isn't you know, artificial stuff is 100% cotton, dude.
I swear to God, this is so awkward. I'd rather see Theo Von. This is less awkward than if Theo Von did a show with Tom Segura. So what's up, man? Like, I fucked your wife, dude. Like, what's that about? You're all mad because I used to fuck your wife. And now you're like super pissed off about it. What's up, Tom? And then Tom's like, I'm a fat guy. I'm so funny.
You nailed it.
That's pretty much what they do. Yeah. Did you see the clips of that, by the way?
No.
Have you seen the Theo Von Theo-gate?
No.
So, this is a rabbit hole.
So what is it? What happened with Theo?
So Theo Von and Christina P were both on like Real World and Road Rules around the same time in the 90s. And there's this weird vibe where Tom Segura and Christina P will not acknowledge Theo Von's existence on any level. Even when he gets brought up, they just won't acknowledge it. So the rumor is that Tom Segura hates him because he used to fuck Christina P back in the day. And there's now people are digging through old Road Rules, Real World clips and finding, like, you know, the reunion shows where they get together and get interviewed, like they're flirting and holding hands and shit. Like, so yeah, pretty much Theo Von. The theory is that Theo Von plowed the shit out of Christina P back in the 90s, back when she was a little more of a piece of ace.
And that's
okay. So they had what's his face? Yeah, it might be a work. People are saying it was a work. I don't think it's a work though. None of these people are that smart. I just put it that way. None of these people are that smart. But H3 guy, Ethan, the Jewy guy, he was on their podcast with Tom and Christina's podcast, and they literally, like, he brought up Theo and he goes, he was like, yeah, Theo thinks you like hate him or something. Like, no, that's right. Brendan Schaub brought it up. And they were like all awkward. And then they had Ethan Klein on, and Ethan Klein goes, what's the beef with you and Theo Von? Like, there's some kind of beef there. And then they just cut out a bunch of the show, and then it's just them laughing.
Huh.
So I don't know if it's a bit or not, but they might be playing it up. But there is definitely enough evidence that Theo Von used to plow fucking Tom Segura's wife. And that he's not. And again, it's not a bit because I think they kind of caught on to people whispering about it. So they did that part as a bit because they wanted to kind of get people to, like, interested in the show. But I don't think the him hating Theo Von thing is a bit. I think they really, because when they brought it up on the Bobby Lee, the other Asian guy, one of the only guys on that fucking, in that little circle of people that I adore. I love Bobby Lee. He's a nut. He asked Christina P about Theo Von, and her mood soured for the rest of the show. It was very weird. So something happened. He plowed Tom Segura's wife.
You look like a backup dancer for Beyonce or some shit right now. Like you're going.
They're really bad at burns, man. Like, they're really, really bad at them.
Through rehearsal or some shit. Do we have rehearsal today?
Yeah. Do you look like
you look like rehearsal for Nickelback, even though they don't have dancers.
You know, a joke's good when you have to say, even though they don't have to.
You know what?
His joke structure's really not good.
You know what you look like? You look like, Brendan. You look like an American Eagle Outfitters threw up on Louis J. Gomez. See, now that's funny. See, what I did was funny.
That's very funny.
See, what I did was funny. It really does. If Louis J. Gomez dressed from, like, Aeropostale instead, it was like, yeah, bro, I don't fucking do MMA. It's fucking stupid.
Bro, you look, basically, you're like a fat guy, dude. That's shaped well. You're not even really strong.
That doesn't even work. Dude,
yeah,
that doesn't work. You look like Jared Leto's side piece.
Dude, whatever.
Like he dressed you this morning. I was like, put the fucking pajamas back on.
You're not even
so I can suck your dick when I want.
What?
You have an underbite? Oh, you do. I see it from here. Yeah.
I don't think I do.
Look like an English bulldog.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yang Gang US, I have to read this as a minute. Theo looks like he's about to explain the benefits of the 12-step program.
That's very good.
He really does. You know what's funny? I was looking at him earlier and I was trying to think of a joke, but you did it way better. Like, I was trying to think of a recovery center guy because Theo Von does have that look to him. Hey, man, look, there's a whole life after alcohol and drugs. And you're like, yeah, I know, but it's a terrible life. And it sounds horrible and boring.
You do. Sir, I looked over here like this.
You look like a fucking...
You look like Bubba Gump. You look like Bubba Gump if you got Sammy Sosa's logo.
Bubba Gump was
a black guy.
Bubba Gump was the name of the fish company that they started. Bubba was the guy. Gump is Forrest Gump. He's saying he looks like a restaurant, Mike.
Oh shit,
dude. Bro, you look horrible.
These fake laughs and stuff,
dude. You look like like you got like you bought discount T-shirts or something.
this guy, these fake laughs and these little podcasts has given this guy a false sense of security. You know what I mean?
You know what these two actually
a
remind
false
me of?
sense of thinking he's a funny guy. He's not a funny guy. It's just he's surrounded by people that are comics, so he thinks he's one.
You know what it is too? Like it's like you know what these two remind me of is remember the two brothers from SNL? It was Chris Parnell and Jimmy Fallon. And they would have like the mustaches.
Oh yeah.
And they were just all their jokes were terrible, and all they had was each other to bounce off of.
But yeah, I agree with the chat. Joe Rogan has given Brendan Schaub a false sense of being funny. Like, you have lied to this man. He has delusions of grandeur. Exactly, random name. He thinks he's something he's not. You're not a funny guy. You weren't here. Look, I got a good. What Brendan Schaub looks like. You ready? Brendan Schaub looks like somebody who failed at MMA and is now currently failing at comedy. Is that a good one? Is that a funny one?
That was actually my what I said on Twitter. I was like, wow, Brendan Schaub is to comedy what Brendan Schaub was to MMA.
Somebody actually, I saw a pretty good meme of Brendan Schaub standing in the UFC ring and then doing stand-up, and he goes, which stand-up was worse? It was fucking mean.
Oof.
I look horrible. Yeah, you look like a community college mascot.
Community college. Enunciate, you punch-drunk idiot.
Dude, you look like a child, bro.
I look like a child?
Yeah.
Do you look like... Hey, Mike, imagine if we were roasting each other and I ended everything with bro. Would you be like, bro, you're roasting me, bro?
Bro.
Hey, Mike, you look like a stupid bird, you bro.
There are really good ones coming in. I'm going to read a few of these.
Sure,
just 'cause
go for it. I would love them.
I want to read
Our
this
fans
shit.
are funnier
Jackie
than them.
Rose for 1999 said, I haven't supported my handsome boys in a week or so. I'm a terrible sugar mama. Forgive me. You're always forgiving. Thank
By the
you,
way,
Jack.
Jackie Rose sent a picture of her wearing the shirt. First off, she's fine, but you ruin the shirt when you cut it down the middle.
Cut it and then you ruin the shirt.
You ruin the shirt.
And also, I don't know if it's the shirt that looks good or if it's you that's making the shirt look good.
I think it's her.
So you have to send me a picture without the shirt
Without
on,
the shirt.
So that
That's the only way
and
we
then
know.
Then I can judge.
And then we'll know. Hey,
and then-
you think it worked?
Probably not.
Probably not.
It was worth a shot.
Goddamn,
right?
good
It's
try.
good.
Good
It's
try.
a pretty good one.
Let
All
me
right,
know,
so
let me know, okay.
bad attitude for 5. This is really funny.
Okay.
Theo looks like he's about to explain how NASCAR is really a sport. Hey, man, it takes a lot of, you got to learn how to drive the car, man.
Rex Filipino Shay. These guys look like they got raped in a buckle store, and from that day forward, they dress like their surroundings they got raped in. I already read the Brendan looks like he sells perfume at a mall kiosk. These guys are great. Kane says, honest opinion, Schaub isn't funny because he's too well-to-do. You have to be more of an antisocial degenerate to actually be funny. Not necessarily. I think Jim Gaffigan's funny, and he's not. Brian Regan's not, and he's funny. He's just not funny. I guess we're done with them, right? Let me finish these.
Base Cringe said Brendan should sue Joe for humiliating him. I like that.
Agreed, 100%. Let me go through a few more of these super chats. With regards to the Nazi cab driver, they are disabled comments, so I can only give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Very confused. I reread the Danny Saint, it's Virgil telling NWO stories. Bruce Campbell, Biff needs a nickname like Buffalo Biff. I don't hate it. Lilo Dallas, Biff, Airhorn Sound Spigler, Biff Spigler of Future Hoarders TV fame, Never Alone Forever. See, what you have to understand is Huck and Kraus gets you banned for life. Joe Blow Smith Jones, can someone make a video of Owen Benjamin saying, find out who can't criticize and find out who controls you, followed by him banning everyone that criticizes him? Ones and zeros. Can we get Super Deluxe on the remix or what? Ego Makes Beats. I'm Owen's Unbearable Facebook group. Midwest, you guys are on fire today. Thank you. Let me check the Streamlabs. I want to make sure, because then people yell at me, and I want to make sure that everybody gave money gets their attention. No, seriously, guys. And then Filipino Shay, people who write poetry and people who follow word porn pages on Facebook thinking they're deep are profound, are fucking gay. Agreed, 100%.
They're also never smart people.
Never smart people. They're not people. Thank you guys, everybody. I think it's that time, Mike. It is that time. That was fun. God, that was fun. I honestly think that our roast was way better than what they did, but maybe we're wrong. Maybe IMDB is wrong and people with ears are wrong. We don't know. Nightwave tonight?
There will be a Nightwave tonight. We got some stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Mike always sells his product really well on this show.
No, because
we got some things and stuff.
Because that's what all these fucking fags do with the overselling and the overpromising, you know?
I've been there, Mike. Sometimes I wing it too. I get you.
No, I have good shit tonight. I got some stuff on Gavin. I got some great funny shit. But no, I really do get annoyed. Everyone, like, even when they sarcastically go, "It's gonna be the greatest thing ever," I just go like, "Yeah, it's gonna be what you've come to expect. It's gonna be a good show." I don't want everybody going, "Oh, this guy really thinks who the fuck he is."
And at 7 p.m., Cousin Joe Show, youtube.com/Cousin Joe. I'll be in there checking him out. If you want to hang, I just posted a link there, youtube.com/Cousin Joe. I've been trying to get Homeboy up to 1,000. And, of course, my morning show tomorrow, Daywave Radio. We will be back tomorrow with Revenge of the Sis. Thank you, guys.